you get the movement bug, good luck.
Up to the point and nobody's around.
If you get the movement bug, stay in the game though. Don't leave.
Yeah, no,
Hey, y'all got kill targets? Who we focusing?
Fight whatever.
Cottonmouth Chris.
Cottonmouth Chris, Derek, I think I died, are big healers.
No healers. Alright.
Alright, so, Mini Zero going straight towards B point. You guys getting any response they falling for you over at C? Alright, 3, 2, 1, haste turn in towards B. Rest of us trying to get some clumps up here, looking for big spikes. But our dive team should be trying to connect with their backline. There they are right there.
Big rebels in the back. Big skull's nice. Off your O push, don't clump.
Yeah, remember always popping those oak flesh bombs, gemstone dust right before you go in for those spikes, because we're expecting that counter spike. Alright, we're getting decent pressure on the point right now. If our backline's looking pretty clean, peel teams, you can start getting up here on the point. Let's
Big
scare
spike
them all
on
better.
point right now. Mr.
Grab it on the-
Bradley, no doing Wally.
Oh, come on.
Putting a grapple on the back of the flag
I shot
right
the two
now.
on their back line.
Good.
Oh yeah, that's
dive
spiking.
teams in their backline. We're putting pressure on B, but we're not expecting a whole lot right now. They still got short respawn timers. We're just trying to scare them, force them to clump up on point to try and counter us here.
Just take advantage of it. We got half the point capped already.
Yeah, we got half the point capped. We got a big group towards the backup point here on Sir Crowley. We can get heal teams backing up a little bit, healing, getting our backline cleaned up here. Once that's clean, we'll get back on the point and continue applying that pressure. Alright, backline's looking pretty clean. Let's start moving back in towards point, looking for that big spike towards the back. Looking for Wally.
Well, right side of the flag.
Spawns in 15.
We got 15 seconds to spawn, so play for a bit of kills and cleanup right now and start looking for dropping some ice storms on those spawn points at the 90-degree points. In 3, 2, 1, start to drop those ice storms now. Let people spawn into them. Now let's get a nice big wipe of all these respawns coming in and start putting that pressure back on the point. We're looking good, we're looking strong here. We had a lot more early progress on B point than we expected. Again, just dancing around the point, but focusing right now on clearing up. They got a big clump towards the ramparts in their back line. So we're trying to clean that up first. Respawn's coming up in 3, 2, 1.
Stay alive, paint team. Dance around the point.
Alright, we've got Siege down on B, but we've got good progress here, so we're going to keep this up for now. Except that I'm going to get groups 1 and 7 to head to point A, where they're working on Siege right now. Try and draw some of this pressure away from us on B. We got a big clump in the back left of B. 3, 2, 1. Big spike. Alright, we're expecting to see a rotate once that pressure starts coming up on C.
Big lump of them by bonfire.
Yeah, looking at bonfire side, looking at No
bonfire,
Job,
there's
looking
that.
at D Draker, looking at Leon Cerberus. How are things looking over at A? Starting to see that first little bit of pressure. Do you guys have resistance there at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So we still want the rest of our dive team that's not at A, that's groups 7 and 8, really cleaning up near their ramparts. They got some big clumps of casters there to clean up. Tanks sitting on point. No one else needs to be on point right now. We got another clump to the right. If our peel team doesn't have anyone to peel off, you guys can start working on putting some pressure on those casters to the right of point right now. We're looking for a big wipe before we really get back onto B properly. And Varus, just let me know when A leads in.
Miss Bougie here on A. Miss Bougie. That's their healer.
Yeah, Miss Bougie. I see Miss Bougie. I see Cottonmouth Chris in their back. We want to put a lot of pressure on those guys. I think I dies back there too. They're just getting a free cast right now.
Back of our point, Papa Kaiser, Molly Lean.
Field teams, remember your first job is to clean up our back line. We don't need to put pressure or influence on the point right this second until we've got clean wipes. We've got a big clump to the left of point, bonfire side. I want to see a grab well there, and I want to see it capitalized on. We're looking at Hollow Point. We're looking at Malgoose. We're looking at DX Vine. How many they got with you over at A?
Seven at A.
7 at A, and we've got 10.
Yep. They don't have a lot here in A. We're gonna start getting influence here soon.
Yeah, I see the influence starting to go up. Perfect. So we're gonna watch for that rotate, and as soon as that rotate goes
Ball's
in,
15.
towards... Okay, thank you. Cleaning up our backline. They're starting to push us back here. Get our backline clean. Peel teams, good wipes. Seen a lot of their backliners go down. Clean this up. We're expecting to see them rotate off of B here in a second, and right as we get these wipes, we're going to take advantage of that. We're looking behind our point, and then we're looking to the left of point, still at bonfire side. They got a lot of numbers there. Good. Skulls moving in towards the left of point now. Got our back line clear. We're starting to move into theirs, moving in towards the left of point.
A siege is down. Siege.
Thank you,
Starting
Bars.
numbers at A.
Hey, moving on B point, we're moving through B in towards their back line at the far right of point there. First things first, we're going to wipe these guys at about 2 o'clock on point, right where Element Kings is right there. We've seen
Gravity well
Malgoose.
on it right now. Big gravity well.
3, 2, 1. Drop those AoEs right now on that grab well. Good. There's another big grab well right at the back of point. 3, 2, 1. Spike that. See follow out grab wells. See all that mage AoE. There's the skulls. That's what we want to see.
Blowing up another gravel on the same spot.
Yeah, follow that up right behind point. We're looking at No Name.
Oh,
We're looking at
let's get some
Dylan,
influence.
Farm and D. Yeah, let's start sitting on point now. Get that influence up. Dive
So
teams. Still
20
keep their
seconds
back line. Keep them down. Other than that, we want circles, and we want ice storms on this point as our peel team starts to, and backline starts to move on to point. Make sure that we're not clumping up here. We're just dancing around the edges. Just to the front left of point there, we got Cynics. They just cleared out. Back of point now, center of point, we're looking at Pub Ezekiel, we're looking at Cynics, we're looking at Elkmeat, we're looking at Mr. Crowley. We're gonna work on this split push for another minute or so. If we don't see some big progress, we're gonna switch to an AC split in a second here. But let's see one
grab
good
on their
big
back
move.
line on B.
Spike that grab well. Let's see a follow up just to the right of point now. Spike on that gravel on point. 2, 1. Drop that AoE.
Respawning in 8.
Teams at A, you guys can switch to C. That's groups 1 and 6, switching to C. I want you as you come through here to kind of rotate through that back line or just come from camp if you're respawning. I'm not sure how wiped up you guys are right now. We got 10 seconds on respawns. I'm gonna send group 4 over to C with that team, and the rest of the army, anyone who is not group 1, 4, and 6, is heading towards A. So disengage, quick rotation, pop those haste potions. That should be 1, 4, and 6 at C, everybody else at A. They've only got 2 people on point at A right now, so let's quickly put some pressure on this. Good work on A. We're getting that influence quick as they're splitting to C on us. Now we see them rotating in through the ramparts. I want ice storms on rampart side of A. Slow those rotations down.
All cannons down, one more point.
Thank you, Vars. When you guys are done with siege, you guys can add more support to C for now.
The back left of A maybe is ready for Jaguar.
That's looking at, they're moving towards the right of point now. That's looking at Malgoose, Simp Slapper, Legato Gray. Good opportunity for Spike there. See the grab well and let's follow it out. For now we're going to keep on this split. 1, 4, and 6 still pushing C. Rest of the army at A. Remember to buy those haste potions so you can get to that point quickly.
We wiped them on C,
Okay.
pretty much. 2 seconds.
Alright, so we're getting 2 second on respawn. Yeah, so A team goes straight back to A. We're expecting a big rotate towards C right now. So try to wipe up those respawns quickly, and then get ready to keep putting that pressure on to counter that, what am I saying, rotate. C teams, keep doing what you're doing. You almost got that point right now. A teams, start forcing them to keep this split. We don't want them to all be able to rotate C right now. How many of you guys got coming in on you guys on C?
They've left A.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah,
Keep the pressure.
at least
on A.
30.
Alright, keep the pressure on A. Siege, fight for your lives. Try to stall them out. Prevent them from rotating. We got big numbers here on A. We're going to take advantage of them while we got them. Again, C team, so that's 1, 4, and 6. And Siege is trying to stall out as much as you can. Siege, if you can start picking off people as they try to rotate through the forest, pop them out of their haste potions, pop a couple light armors before they get here. Great goals near the back of point on
All
A.
the
We
tanks
want
are
our
dead on
back
A.
on.
All A tanks are dead for them. Get on point. Push them as influence.
We got
Stop them
30
through ice
seconds on
shoulder.
respawns. Get those kills now and finish this point off. 20 seconds on respawns. Focus on fighting that big rotate we just got first.
C team, get on point.
C team's getting that pressure on. We've got respawns coming up in 5 seconds.
Spike
Three.
right.
Wiped.
Yeah, C team on point. C team on point.
1.
Yep, we're right here.
They wiped us on A again.
We're rotating back
Yeah,
to A, or C.
Expect that rotate on C.
Intercept them on C. Grab wall on that side, B side.
Get the gravels on C. Get the ice storms in the forest. A team, right back to your point. Before that influence finishes going down, we want to get back on point. D team, again, trying to pulling them back away towards the water. And playing for your lives, trying to stall for time as we get this
Wipe
pressure
that
back
C.
on A.
White Dead C.
Okay, they're rotating real fast on us.
they're coming back to A now.
We've got 18 seconds on respawns. Are you guys all wiped on C still?
No, we're reinforcing again.
Okay. On
We're outnumbered,
respawn,
rotating.
on respawn, everybody go C. Full army C. We want to go in through the forest, catch their rotation in the forest, and then move on to point while C team keeps fighting. So that's going out B gate through the forest towards C, fighting people you see in between. If you are still alive on A, keep fighting for your life, but everyone on respawn is going C. They've got a backline near the rampart.
On the point right now, we need to be building.
Yeah, on point at C.
On point at C for sure, and if you can keep some pressure on A.
They're
Get ready for their
Right.
rotations. They're coming in on rotations. If we start getting wiped on C, just kite away from B. Opposite side bonfire. Make their rotations as long as possible.
A lot rotated.
Clarify, we are. Respawns. 3, 2, 1. Respawns are up. Everyone going straight to C. We know we're gonna lose the influence early, so play for your lives until the rest of our respawns manage to get there. Who do we have on B right now? Anybody?
Anyone?
Not on A.
Okay, I'm gonna send groups 1 and 2 to reinforce A. Everybody else remaining C on respawn here. We got 30 seconds on respawns.
A is wiped.
15 seconds.
C wipe.
Spawns are right now.
Okay, respawns are up. Everyone head C except for groups 1 and 2. You guys are gonna head A. You're gonna try to apply pressure, and you're gonna try to pull people away from C right now. If you're coming through C, get these picks in the forest before we move on to point. There's no reason for us to be rushing point where they've got their numbers and trickling in one by one. And make sure you're heading out C gate. They're starting to try to push up towards B gate right now. Good C. Fighting around the point.
On point, Miso Sneaky, Leon Cerberus, Dracar, backside of R.
We got opportunities on big skulls here. Let's finish them off. We got to make sure we capitalize on those. When you see that spike go down, you see that grab well, you got to be ready to drop your damage. We don't want to see a bunch of people getting away with 20% health. Good kills at the backup point. Now we're going to start to push in towards bonfires, towards the middle side of points, so towards the right. We're going to make a clear space for our casters there. and then we're gonna start to move back into their back line. Field teams, make sure you're getting back here. We got a couple people harassing our back line right now. Clean that up for us before you start to move in. We got 5 seconds on respawns. I want respawns going A, C point, fighting for your life, trying to draw them out or take their time up while everyone respawning goes A with the haste pot.
A lot of them are already trying to rotate.
30 seconds.
You still want groups 1 and 2 on A? Even respawns?
Yep. Yep. If you are not at A point yet, then I want you to come through the forest or between B and A and cut their rotation off. So I want to see ice storms, I want to see ice walls, I want to see grab walls in the forest between A and B, or even on B point, wherever you can slow them down, as our main push is on A here. If you're on A, trying to dance around the point as much as possible, with a couple divers pushing in towards their rampart side where they got a lot of backline.
They got more coming into A right now, a lot.
The right to the left of point, that's where we want to be dropping all our CC and AoE right now. Stop them before they get here. Ah, they rotated in real hard on us. Okay, we got 10 seconds on respawns. We're gonna keep 1, 4, and 6 on A, with the rest of the army going back to C. That's right now as we respawn.
You need to send someone to cut the rotation off.
We get group 2 going to B, trying to cut that rotation, stall them out there.
40-second respawn.
Seconds on respawns.
We're still waiting for some of our numbers to get here on C. So focus on getting those kills at the back of point. We're looking at Ren Girl, looking at Leon Cerberus. Good. If I could get some pressure on their healers, I see Milia Petrova, I see Derek Hotmouth Chris, and I Think I Died all together right by their ramparts. I need to see pressure there.
Ooh,
Good
we're
work
getting
on
C.
Got this. Everyone on at C. We got 30 seconds on respawns. I still want 1, 4, and 6 pushing A. Groups 2 and 3 now heading B to slow that rotate down a little bit more. The rest of the army will head back C. We got 15 seconds.
Everyone's already at C. There's no reason to be at B anymore, unfortunately.
Well, they're about to start rotating. They should be about to start rotating from C
Oh,
to...
rotate from C to A. Sure. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. That's 1, 4, and 6 on A.
They're rotating. They're passing B now.
Yeah, they're rotating into you guys. That's okay. The rest of our army, other than our 2-point teams on B, are heading towards C right now. They don't have a lot of numbers here at C, so let's wipe these guys up. And we want to start pushing this point hard before they're done wiping up A. That's groups 2 and 3, and any respawns from the A team going straight to B. You guys are now stalling out as we keep this pressure on C. C team, you guys are doing well. I want to see a little bit more pressure on their healers up in the ramparts. We have 30 seconds on respawns right now. we respawn here, we are going to do full army straight to A. So that's heading out right. If you are currently still alive on C or B, you're fighting for your life, trying to stall time here. Presence on A pretty quickly here. So I'm going to keep groups 1 and 2 going back to B to cut that respawn rotation off. Again, your focus is on slowing them down more than anything else. Lots of CC, taking people out of their his spots. I see Miss Uji Bougie and Buaka clumped up here on A. Good. Good kills. Get those healers out of the fight for us. We're already getting some rotations here, so we're looking towards their ramparts. Clean that up and then move in towards the forest side before we start moving back in towards point. Seconds on respawns. I want everyone on respawn, except for the people whose groups are currently at C, going into B. C's already got numbers. C's got pressure. We're gonna let groups 1 and 6 head to C as well. Everyone else heading B. Yes, if you're at A, fight for your life. I don't think we got very many still alive there. You guys still have numbers at C right now?
No, we're
looks
getting
like
wiped up.
We have numbers at B.
Yeah, we got numbers at B, so all respawns coming B, we're gonna fight them head on here. We know that their respawn wave is gonna hit us first, and they've got that rotation coming in through the rampart. So I want our dive teams getting up on those ramparts early. They're gonna be rushing in towards point here. Right to the bonfire side of point is where I want to see AoE starting to go down. Punish them for when they dive this in a second. Don't let them dive this for free. We got 30 seconds on respawns. I just saw a lot of skulls.
Rotation coming from C.
They're going to be respawning on point in a second. If you're on point at B, I want you fighting around the point. We're going to kind of make a last stand fight here at B. Fighting around the point, trying to preset that those AoEs on respawns. We got 8 seconds. Respawn waves are going to be coming straight in from the sides and heading to their backline. Their backline is right behind point. They've got all their healers clumped together, free casting there. There's going to be no more respawns, so kills and deaths count for everything here. I team straight into that backline. We can't let those healers keep doing their thing. They've got I Think I Died. They've got Derek, Hotmouth Chris. Get those last couple kills you can before this time's out.
Thanks for coming out.
GG guys. Thanks for coming
Nice
out.
try, guys.
GG, well played.
Some of the beefy guys want to stay back for a minute. I'd like to ask some questions.
Somebody's in trouble.
No, nobody's.
No, I just want some honest feedback. You guys
Yeah.
obviously know what
Yeah.
the fuck they're doing.
Already pissed my pants.
What?
I don't think Muzzy has
What-
the authority to get you guys in trouble.
what? What are you guys? What are we doing wrong?
One thing I'd say is if you're gonna try to 50-man a point, you generally don't want to try to 50-man A or C right away because the respawns are further away. If you're gonna 50-man, just 50-man B.